What was the first thing you touched this morning? Before you spoke to your family, before you remembered your creator, before you even fully opened your eyes, your hand reached out for the glow. You told yourself a lie. It is a lie that you tell yourself every single day. You whispered to your own mind, it will just be 1 minute, just one notification, just one quick scroll to see what I missed while I was sleeping. But that 1 minute turned into 10. 10 minutes turned into an hour. The precious quiet time of the morning slipped through your fingers. The time for the morning prayer, the time for reflection, the time to remember your creator, gone. Consumed by a glowing rectangle in the palm of your hand. You are not alone in this struggle. Millions are waking up into this exact same reality every single day. But make no mistake, you are trapped. Today, we are uncovering the unseen reality of the modern age, the silent destroyer of faith. Modern science calls it the dopamine trap. We live in an era where the smartest minds on the planet, backed by billions of dollars, have engineered algorithms with one singular, ruthless purpose: to capture and hold your attention. They have mapped the human brain. They know that every time you swipe your screen, every time a new colorful video plays, your brain releases a tiny hit of a chemical called dopamine. It is the exact same chemical reaction that keeps a gambler sitting at a table until they have lost everything they own. But you are not gambling your money. You are gambling something infinitely more valuable. You are gambling your time, and time is the only currency you possess to purchase your place in paradise. Now, look past the science. Look deeper into the spiritual reality. This is not just a psychological hack, it is a spiritual veil. It is the ultimate modern fitnah. Shaitan rarely comes to a believer and whispers, "Abandon your faith entirely." He is far more patient and far more cunning than that. He knows that if he asks you to leave the prayer, you will refuse. So instead, he asks for something far smaller, something you would never refuse. He asks for just a few minutes of your attention. And those few minutes are all he needs. So he changes his strategy. He does not attack your belief. He attacks your focus. He simply keeps your eyes looking down at a screen so that you forget to look up at the sky. He fills your mind with so much noise, so many fast-moving images, and so much trivial information that there is no room left for the remembrance of Allah. The heart becomes hard, not through a single act of rebellion, but through 1,000 tiny acts of neglect. This state of being has a name in our tradition. It is called Ghaflah. Profound, blinding heedlessness. It is a state where the physical body is alive and walking the earth, but the soul is asleep, buried under layers of distraction and illusion. You eat, you work, you scroll, you sleep, and the days pass without a single moment of true awareness. Have you noticed what has happened to your prayers recently? You stand on the prayer mat. You say, Allahu Akbar. You fold your hands. But where is your mind? Your body is facing the Qibla, but your heart is still scrolling. You are replaying a short video you saw an hour ago. You are thinking about a comment someone left. You are wondering what someone you have never met is doing right now. The words of the Quran leave your lips, but they do not reach your heart, because your heart is somewhere else entirely. The physical movements of salah are there. You are bowing and you are prostrating. But the Khushu, the deep, humbling concentration, the overwhelming awe and presence of the heart before the Almighty, is dead. And when Khushu dies, the prayer becomes a heavy chore instead of a restful, healing escape. This is what the endless scroll takes from you. It steals your ability to be present with your Lord. It destroys your attention span so thoroughly that you cannot focus on the words of the Quran for even 5 minutes. Yet you can stare at a feed of meaningless videos for 3 hours without blinking. And the trap goes even deeper. It steals your gratitude. You open an app for no particular reason. You were having a perfectly fine day. You were content with what Allah had given you. But then, you see someone who just bought a new house. But then, you see someone who just bought a new house. You see someone traveling to a beautiful island. You see someone displaying their perfect wealth, their perfect car, their perfect status. You close the app, and suddenly your own life feels dark and inadequate. The immense blessings that your Creator bestowed upon you, the roof over your head, the safety of your family, the food on your plate, the very beating of your heart, suddenly feel like they are not enough. This is exactly where the trap closes. The moment you stop being grateful, you step away from the mercy of Allah. You become anxious. You become depressed. You become convinced that your life is somehow less than, somehow falling behind, somehow not enough. And in that dark state of mind, the shaitan finds his opening. We are trading our eternal reality for temporary pixels. Every hour spent aimlessly swiping through the lives of strangers is an hour stolen from seeking forgiveness. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, warned us that there are two immense blessings which many people lose and waste: health and free time. We sit on our beds, perfectly healthy, with hours of free time given to us by the Almighty, and we pour it all into a glowing black mirror. But I want you to imagine a moment. Imagine the exact moment when that screen goes permanently dark. The angel of death does not wait for you to finish watching a video. He does not care if you were in the middle of typing a message. He will not pause his duty so you can finish your scroll. When your appointed second arrives, the phone will slip from your hand. Your eyes will close to the illusions of this world, and they will open to the stark reality of the unseen. When your appointed second arrives, the phone will slip from your hand. Your eyes will close to the illusions of this world, and they will open to the stark reality of the unseen. In the deep, absolute silence of the grave, the barzakh begins. There is no internet connection under the earth. There is no feed to refresh to distract you from the reality of what comes next. There is only you, your deeds, and the truth of how you spent every single second of the time that was loaned to you. You will be left entirely alone. The friends you followed online will not be there. The strangers who liked your posts will not be there. You will be left with exactly what you sent forward. When the angels munkar and nakir arrive, and you are made to sit up in the narrow, cold chamber of the earth, they will not ask you how many followers you had. They will not ask you how many views your pictures received. They will not ask you what digital trends you were following. They will ask you three fundamental questions that will determine your eternity. Who is your Lord? What is your religion? And who is your prophet? If your mind was filled only with the meaningless noise of the internet, how will your soul find the clarity to answer? If your heart was attached to a digital screen for your entire life, how will it recognize the majesty of the one who created you? The questions will come, and there will be no search bar to help you find the answers. But there is hope. The trap can be broken. The cage of digital addiction is only as strong as your willingness to stay sitting inside it. The door is unlocked. You simply have to choose to walk out. Allah's mercy is infinitely greater than any distraction this world can manufacture. His door is always open for the servant who sincerely wishes to return. Do not let a mathematical algorithm decide your destiny. Do not let a device dictate when you sleep, when you wake, and what you feel. It is time to reclaim your soul from the noise. Tonight, make a firm, unbreakable decision. When you prepare for sleep, leave the device in another room. Do not let it be the last thing your eyes see at night, and do not let it be the first thing your hand reaches for in the morning. Break the chain. When you wake up tomorrow, let the first words on your tongue be the praise of the one who mercifully returned your soul to your body. Let the first action you take be the preparation for prayer. Let your mind experience the beautiful, healing power of silence. The state of Ghaflah ends the exact moment you choose to look up. The door of Tawbah, of sincere, weeping repentance, is wide open right now, at this very second, waiting for you to walk through it. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to begin. Step out of the digital noise, step away from the illusion, and return to the pure, everlasting peace of your Creator. Thank you for listening to this reminder. If this message woke something up inside your heart today, do not let it end here. Share it with someone who might be silently struggling. And most importantly, act on it before the screen goes dark for the last time. Subscribe to Sheikh Mehetaj Hossain for more pure, deeply reflective spiritual documentaries that speak directly to the soul. Until next time, may peace, clarity, and unwavering focus be upon your heart.